guys, I just wanted to get on here today to tell you about my Instacart experience as a customer. Um, where I live, I can't really get DoorDash because it's only like fast foods. So I don't really order from DoorDash. I have one time just because I wasn't at my house. Um, and the person forgot the drink, so that wasn't a great experience. And you could clearly tell that, you're supposed to get 2 drinks, and I did not. So I was upset about that, of course, and DoorDash did give me a refund, so that was good. But where I live, I do order from Uber Eats probably like once or twice a month, and then Instacart like probably once or twice a month now. Since I've been an Instacart shopper, I'm like, you know what, might as well support and order groceries myself. So before I get into that, if you guys are new to my channel, this is going to be a little bit of a different video just because I want to share my experience, and it just like, it really got to me. So I thought, you know what, why don't I share that with everybody? So maybe, you don't know everybody's story. But if you are new, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and let me know you subscribed in the comments so I can get you added for my giveaways. So about I would say every 2 weeks, like I said, I order from Uber Eats, and usually my food is pretty good. Usually it's cold, but I expect that, or not cold, but like it's warm. It's not hot anymore. But I do live about 10 miles from most of the restaurants. The closest ones to me are like McDonald's, Burger King, Domino's. They just put a KFC and a Pizza Hut. And I don't eat KFC. I'll eat Pizza Hut, but I mean, you order that from Pizza Hut itself. McDonald's, I don't really eat that. I don't really eat Burger King. I don't really eat Wendy's, Taco Bell. Those are the places that are close to me. So if I want something, I have to actually order from Claremont, and that's where I have a couple more choices. Still not a lot of choices, but every once in a while I do order Uber Eats because, sometimes I just don't want to go all the way into town, or I was already in town and I didn't get food. So then I'm like, oh crap. So I end up spending more money for Uber Eats. But you know what? It helps the Uber Eats people because I do tip very well. I know it's a 10-mile drive out here. So if somebody took my order, I appreciate it so much because it is 10 miles. I know that. And that's just from like by, the edge of Claremont. So I really appreciate it. And I make sure that, my tip reflects that. Even if it's, $20 worth of food, they're getting at least a $10 tip. But 2 weeks ago, I ordered from Instacart, and it's probably like my 3rd or 4th time ordering from Instacart. I'm new to the whole Instacart thing. Let me go to my Instacart thing, and so I can see exactly how many items that I wanted. I know it wasn't too many that day. Let me see if I can figure that out. My orders. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've ordered from Instacart 5 times as a shopper. And the time before last, I got 6 items. I think one of the things they did not have, and that was the most expensive thing. It's like $15. You get 2 like Beyond Meat Jamaican patties. They're like $15. They're really expensive, or like $8 for 2 patties. I don't know how much they are. They're expensive, but they didn't have them. So I'm like, all right, they were out of stock, which they've been out of stock for a couple weeks. Yeah, Golden Crust Turnover Spicy Patties, Jamaican style, but they have Beyond Meat inside, not real meat. They didn't have my lemonade, but he got me pink lemonade, which was fine. But he still put it as lemonade. I'm not sure how he did that. Maybe it took it. I don't know. But literally 6 items, y'all. 6 items. So 2 of Hot Pockets, 2 lemonades, 1 ice, and then 3 different ice creams. We wanted ice cream. The shopper was an old man. And you could tell by his picture, he was probably, I would say, in his 60s or 70s. And he took pictures of like the items and stuff. So I could tell either, number one, he had like a old phone, or number two, he was shaky because the pictures he was sending were really blurry. And that just, when I thought of that, I was like, oh my goodness, this poor man. He's out here shopping for Instacart. Luckily, I didn't have that many items. I don't know if he goes by that, like, 10 items and under for him or whatever, because it did take him a little while to go shopping in the store. But when I saw his picture, I didn't expect him to be like in and out. So he finally comes and he gets to my house, and I stalk the maps. Like, I watch you drive here for Uber. When I order Uber Eats, I'm watching you drive here, so I know if you have 2 orders, because it doesn't tell you where the person's at if you're the second drop off. So all of a sudden it'll just say, oh, they're on their way to you, and you'll see they're like way in a whole different area. So I know if you have 2 deliveries. And the lady that I had before, she, I think, was multi-apping, because I could see her sitting at this place, and I know Instacart's not going to tell you where they're at, It starts telling you where they're at when they're on their way to you. So I don't know if she stopped at home or if she was multi-apping, but I know she didn't drop my groceries straight to me because she was stopped somewhere for a little bit. But this guy, he pulled up and I could hear his car. His car was so loud. I don't know. Something was wrong with it. I know for sure. I felt so bad, you guys. I gave like I said, I only ordered like 6 items, and I live like 3 or 4 miles from the Publix, so not very far at all. So I didn't leave like a huge tip, but I did still leave like a 20% tip. I saw him coming up to the door, because I do leave at the door so that way I don't have to talk to nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody. He walked so slow. I felt it just killed my heart that this old man had to do Instacart to make a living. Like, when I feel like, once you get to a certain age, you should not have to work anymore. This whole system is so bad that people in their 70s and 80s are having to work, or 60s. I feel like if you can barely walk, you should not have to be working when you're that old. I'm sorry. That's just my views on that. So I saw him. He took his picture. He went back to his car. I ran upstairs, y'all. I had a $20 bill sitting next to my bed for like 2-3 weeks. I said, you know what? If I don't need it that bad to where it's going to sit on my desk for that long, it didn't get put in Elvis. That's usually where my cash goes. Y'all know. I put it in Elvis. But this wasn't from like delivering, so it wasn't a tip. It was just cash that I had that I usually put all the cash in the little banks, but I did not put it in Elvis. It was just sitting there. So I said, you know what? I'm going to give this man $20 extra. So I ran upstairs, I got the 20, I ran outside, and I handed him the 20, and he was so thankful. He was like, oh, thank you so much, bless you. And I felt so bad, y'all. He'd had the windows down. I don't think his car had AC, and it's so hot out. So I know he really appreciated. But the moral of this whole video is, you don't know the lives of the people that are shopping for you. They might, be young. They might be old. Something might be wrong with them. I know I see an Instacart shopper that actually stays at Publix, and she has a disability, but hey, she out there working. She's making her money. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know she does have a disability. You can physically see it when she's walking. And she's still out there making her money. This poor old man was out here making his money, trying to make a living. It touched my heart, y'all. I ran upstairs, gave him that $20, and he was so thankful. That probably made his day, you guys. For my probably $20 worth of food, he got $20 plus whatever I gave him in the Instacart. I don't even remember. But that was my experience, you guys. I don't know. if that's happened to you guys, I mean, I don't know. It touched my heart. I couldn't not give him the $20 when I saw him struggling to get to the door, putting the groceries. He shopped for me for those few items because it saved me. I had went to the grocery store the day before. That's why I did not want to go to the grocery store again. Because the day before I had went to, I think, where did I go? I think Target. Yes, I went to Target. I went to Winter Garden the day before with Patience, and I was out all day shopping, so I didn't want to go shopping the next day because we couldn't. I mean, you can't get ice cream. If you're in Winter Garden, you get ice cream, it's gonna be melted by the time you get home. So I didn't want to stop again for the ice cream because we really wanted the ice cream. But y'all, it's just tip your drivers, tip your shoppers. Make sure you're not giving crappy tips. Tip your drivers. That's the moral of the story. Even when I do Uber, I make sure that they have a tip because I know they're not getting paid that much from Uber. What are they going to get? $2 or $4 or $3 from coming 10 miles for my food? So tip your drivers, y'all. I will see you guys later in my next video. See you later.